Okay, there you go.
So, of the 330 million people in the United States, I think it breaks down, but like in ways where there is legitimate, I think there are some legitimate reasons why a person would not be watching the news. But
Oh,
I think
exactly.
the middle of the bell curve, though, the vast majority of people who could watch 20 minutes of the evening news,
Hmm.
like to know that the government is shutting down. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to be understanding about the reasons why someone wouldn't have time, may not want to, right? But I just think that's not everyone. There's 330 million people, you know?
Well, some people have never had a habit of watching the news anyway. Like in order to watch news, that literally means you're taking initiative to go out and seek and find information versus
Mm,
other people that live their lives in a way where they just wait for the information to come to them if it gets to them
okay.
at all. And so, it's what you're saying. I love what you're saying. It's making the assumption that people will go out to get information from whatever means, even if it's trash that you're getting from social media, they still made it a point to go out and look at
Yeah.
it versus people that don't engage in that stuff at all and they just wait for information to roll down to them. So, let's say for example somebody mentions to someone in passing, hey, we can't do XYZ because the government is shut down. And then they might go look up something regarding the government shutdown. But it's not like a habit like brushing their teeth every day that they're going out to see what's going on in the world. That just isn't a habit of a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a good point. I am skipping over that. I guess the predicate is that there is a desire, whether or not you have time to,
Mm-hmm.
the desire is there
Mm-hmm.
to have some grip on what is happening in the news, right? But I skipped over that piece. And you're saying that there's just a high number of people who don't even have that initiative or interest in going out and they wait for it to come to them. So if it doesn't come to them, then they just don't know. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a friend, this was on, when was it? This was on, well, no, let me go back to even a more basic level. I'm the type of intentional person where every morning I wake up to at least check the weather to see what's going on so I know how to
Right.
dress or know what route I want to take, or maybe I want to do this or what have you, or maybe there's a change in plans. Instead of walking in the park during this 1 hour break, I'm going to go walk around in the mall or whatever it is. But it helps me to govern my day. Similarly, that's how I treat news is okay, let me go out and find out what's going on in the world, and then that may determine how I move and shake for the day. I remember January 6th. Remember, I think I shared this with you before the January 6th, the day before. There were lots of messages on my social media for folks that were cyclists in the DC area, around Haynes Point, all those different areas. Our ride is canceled. There won't be a
Hmm.
ride tomorrow. Now, this is a ride that's been going on for years. It is very rare that it's canceled because there's more than one leader. There's just very few reasons why it should be canceled other than just torrential bad weather. Um, and so it was canceled that day. And so I'm like, okay, interesting. Sounds like something's going on in the city. No big deal. I told a friend of mine who was going into DC to the VA, I said, hey, you might want to think about changing your appointment because I don't know exactly what's going on, but something's going on in the city. They didn't change their appointment. They didn't intentionally go out and see if anything is or was or is planned to happen. And the next thing you know, they find themselves being turned around in DC because
Oh,
it's going
goodness.
on in the moment. And so to your point, the assumption we had two different takes on the same scenario. I go out and find out what's going on. I'm very intentional about finding out what's going on just to generally monitor my day, not for political reasons, not necessarily any of that, just to monitor my day. You have other people who live in that other fashion of I'm oblivious until it comes to me. I don't know and I don't care until it comes to me. And I really picked on this person after the fact because I'm like, oh, now you're pissed off that you literally drove into a riot when you had lots of people trying to tell you something was going to happen, but you're pissed off now. You can't be pissed off anymore. You lost your right to be pissed off because you forfeited the right when you decided that you didn't care about the news and what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You forfeited that right. So if you walk right into a riot trying to make your way to the VA, they're wrong for rioting, but you're also wrong for not knowing. People try to tell you.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So, and that's not to sound insensitive per se, but it's just, it's like, folks that walk with their head down, not looking at what they're walking into, versus
Yeah.
people like you and I that are looking around all the time to see what's going
Mm-hmm.
on. We just function that way in life. And now it feels even more incumbent to do that against this backdrop that we're dealing with, politically and so forth. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
people
So I
that don't
guess
function that way.
no, I mean
Never.
hundreds. Well, I guess the people who are Googling is the government shut down. They're news seekers, right? They haven't paid enough attention to know that it is shut down, but they've heard something, and so now they're going to Google, which is leading to the trend. So then
There you go.
there's some initiative or interest there to actually get an
Hmm.
answer to the question versus
Yeah.
the folks that are just wandering around their day completely oblivious to the fact that this is happening. Um,
They're the people that are gonna, they're gonna go to, whatever office only to find out that it's closed and they're pissed off as to why, and they didn't lift their head up to look and see what was going on.
what blows my mind though is back in oh gosh, before smartphones were really a thing, right? Or social media. So like
Yeah.
let's just say like
Yeah.
1990s and before. Um you had to get the news by through a television, pretty much, right?
Hmm.
Like you were
Hmm.
evening news, whatever that was. Now you can get it. I mean, many people have phones, so you could get it on your phone. You could get it from your friends. You could get it from the television. You could get it from your computer if you're on a computer during the day. Like it's the touch points or the opportunity
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
even just like run into news accidentally is so much bigger than it was
Hmm.
20, 30 years ago. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure how you miss it, honestly. You know?
Intentionally you miss it.
Yeah,
Intentionally
okay.
you miss it. Like we're assuming that people have, the CNN app on their phone and that people have a certain level of engagement with social media. And, I'm still having conversations with people that, you know, even the things that could benefit them, they're still not active on. Like you're a job seeker, but you're not on LinkedIn type stuff. Like, those types of things where it's like, they're just like we have lives that very intentionally allow information to interrupt our lives in certain ways. There are other people that intentionally don't allow it to interrupt their lives. They don't want CNN on their phone. They don't want whatever outlets on their phone. They don't go to seek it out. They just don't. Their life is not set up in an information rich way. Sometimes that can be
Yeah.
good, sometimes it's not. But it's the assumption that there are people that want to live in an information rich life. And there are some people that don't want that. They don't want
Well,
that.
I don't need you to be information rich. I just need you to have a baseline, like low hum knowledge, right? Like that you shouldn't need to Google, is the government shut down? I guess like you should have some awareness that this was happening. Um, but I'm
But
also,
the assumption is that like I think some of the people that are searching too, they're the only reason why they're searching is to see the extent to which it affects them versus is it shut down or not. So because if you're living in a world where, okay, I don't work for the government, I'm not thinking about how the government intersects in my life in any way, shape, or form. The people that are going out there are like, shoot, I had plans to take the kids to the Smithsonian. Let me go out there and check to see if the government shut down so I can determine whether I'm taking them to the Smithsonian or not. Or, I need to go get a document from wherever. Are they open or not? It's only when their lives are disrupted as to when they go out to look for this information.
yeah, so it says, so is the government shut down? Looks like it's the top one. And then there's, did the
Oof.
government shut
Hmm.
down today? What does it mean when the
Hmm.
government shuts down? Is the government shut
Right.
down? Why did the government shut down? US government shut down 2025. What does the shutdown
Hmm.
mean? So I think there is a
Mm-hmm.
percentage that is driving the trend on Google is
Mm-hmm.
also the, well, what does this mean for me? Like I'm aware that it's happening, but I don't really understand it or know what that means to my
Mm-hmm.
day-to-day life. But then there's that percentage of people that don't even know. Like, did it shut down? Is it shutting down? Well, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But although there is some baseline knowledge there with that group of people, I suppose, like we said, I don't know. Like, I just think
Mm-hmm.
this is like, well, an
Yeah.
uneducated populace is obviously a desirable
Mm-hmm.
environment for our current administration, right? So they're
Mm-hmm.
certainly not going to
Mm-hmm.
be encouraging people from
Mm-hmm.
getting educated, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yep.
know. I get
And I
caught
don't even want to
because, yeah.
say educate. I'm still not even because I know the language educated. You used educated a lot. I always wonder the extent to which, meaning like it's one thing to be aware, it's another thing to be educated on what it means. Like it's one thing to be, walking through a doctor's office lobby and you see government shut down to be aware, but then to not know what that means or how that affects your life is a different level of education on a topic. There are some folks that are maybe aware, but they're only going to care to the extent that it intersects with their lives or interrupts. I want to say interrupts their life. Like I don't care
Yeah.
the government is shut down until I can't do something I need to do or want to do.
Yeah, I guess I mean, yes, I guess that's a good distinction. I mean, awareness probably. I think there's too few people who have awareness of what is happening around them, which leads
Hmm.
to these questions, but then to ask the question, you must have some baseline awareness.
Well, and look, this reminds me of what we just went through not too long ago, where people remember the top Google last November was, can I change my vote? How can I change my vote? You remember that? It feels very similarly. It's like, oh, here goes the after the fact reaction. Okay, not much we can do at this point. You're welcome.
Yeah, although polling doesn't suggest that people have moved a whole lot, and if the election were to be held today or tomorrow, he would still win. It's what it's looking like. So, because folks would still vote for him, which is just mind blowing to me. But
And I was just having this conversation with someone a couple of days ago. I'm less I'm not surprised at all that the same folks would still vote for him. My question is the people who did not vote at all, what would be their
oh,
response?
good point. Yeah,
Would they still
yeah,
choose not to vote at all? Is my question, I guess.
yeah, maybe they would then get up and vote. I think there would be I think there'd be a percentage of people that would still vote, but for a third party candidate, or might flip to
Mm,
not voting for him, which would reduce his
mm-hmm,
overall votes, right? But I don't
mm-hmm.
know that Kamala Harris, I don't know that her votes would go up per se, but that group of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
vote
That's
might
the key.
vote. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
That's the people I'm most interested in because I'm no longer, and I don't really think I've ever been, out here to proselytize anybody that would support him. That ship has sailed. My biggest concern were the people that did not vote that could have made a difference, or not, but we don't know if they didn't vote. I
Yeah, because
just,
wasn't it like 80 million people or something? Some high
mm-hmm,
number of millions of people didn't vote, and the gap between
mm-hmm.
the two candidates was 3 or 4 million, I think, right?
So,
So it
so
wouldn't have taken many people in that category.
Well, and here's the thing that's look, that's the poll we need to be looking for. The people who are polled that did not vote, now that you know what you know, would you have voted? And if so, for whom? Or for
Yeah.
what? Or for, I want to answer to that question because those are the people that are the actual game changers that I will forever be pissed off with. But here we are. Here we are.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Here we are.
good little detour discussion, pre-podcast discussion.
Look, I think I've come to the conclusion, Lisa, that I give people less benefit of the doubt of what I think they should know.
Hmm.
I am very convinced based on decision making, behavior, that our country is grossly undereducated, misinformed, and in fact comfortable in it.
Right.
That is horrifying, but that's just the truth of what I've seen. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
And I personally got way too comfortable in places and spaces where I'm always around information seekers. I'm always around
Yeah.
people that are looking for information. They spend the majority of their time looking for and using information, and that makes you think that most people are or should be doing something similar, and they're simply not in this country. And add more numbers to that of the people that are kind of little mini protest of information because they've checked out, they're exhausted, they're tired, they're what have you. It just adds to that number of underinformed and misinformed folks in this country. I
Yeah.
just my bar just keeps going lower and lower on that.
Well, and there's the information givers, mass media, alternate media, politicians, other leaders, right? They're not super motivated
Mhm.
to share kind of unvarnished, unspun
Mhm.
facts and truth, right? Like it's all coming, it's always coming through some kind of lens. So it's very hard,
Well,
even
they're
if you are
they're
looking
getting
for it.
punished for it.
Yeah.
They're getting it. There's a disincentive to give us
Yeah.
what's actually going on. People are getting punished, losing their jobs for giving us information.
Yeah.
That's now becoming that's the whole propaganda machine is, yeah, if I were to give you the information, what happens to me and my livelihood?
Yeah, but these big corporations, not we're not like that. You're not an individual journalist. You have a lot of
That's very true. That's very
you
true.
have a
They
lot
just
of
got to get a
financial
backbone.
power. Yeah, that's
They,
it's
oh
courage
yeah.
and like
Oh, for sure, for sure. I think the
we yeah,
individuals I think I love your point on that. Courage of whom? Individuals can only have so much courage to the point that they get shut down if their organization doesn't have
yeah,
courage, a la Washington Post.
right. Yeah, like CBS, ABC, if none of those had capitulated and
Hmm.
like that set the stage. And so yeah, now
Yep.
I think I even what blows my mind is NPR and PBS. I've noticed they've changed their coverage has changed. It's different. There's a tonal change. I think I can't remember if I said this before
Mm.
last week, but
Hmm.
last night they were talking about the shutdown, and the host is like, "We now bring you two different opinions on the government shutdown." Right? It was so, and
Wow.
that's like it's not that multiple opinions on a thing is bad. It's just so forced, right? And it's definitely shifted. But today is the first day that NPR and PBS don't have any federal funding. So I'm like, well, you've got like, what are you like? The money's gone. So what is it that you're going to lose? You know what I mean? Like you're not you've lost it.
Go wild. Go
So
wild.
just tell the effing truth, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't
Well,
spin shit.
but so okay, so to that point, I know we got to go. My only point with what you just said is that yes, you're right. The tone has changed versus, one opinion versus this opinion, so forth. And part of that is no one wants to settle in on there are some facts that simply exist.
Right.
They don't have an agenda, they don't have a political party, they just simply exist. And they
Yeah.
don't want to agree on that. If the sky is blue, it simply exists. Instead, they want to say the Democrats painted the sky blue and the Republicans are opposed to it. They don't want to just state the sky is blue. They don't want to do that.
Right, right. Well, it's the same. Yes, the same shit that we've said before about this trying to appear balanced and fair by presenting two sides as though they're equally valid when they're not. Right,
They're
like
not.
the sky is orange. No, let me choose a different color because the sky
Actually, it can be
is
orange, yeah.
can be orange. The sky is
Polka
green,
dot.
polka dots, and the sky is blue. Let's have two different. Let's hear
Oh.
from both people. For well, no, the polka
Mm.
dot side is not a valid. Like this. I mean, unless I'm seeing polka dots, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. But I mean, yeah. So yeah. Anyway,
Mm.
let's.
Mhm.
This is good chat.
Yeah.